Hello, and welcome to the Constance Messmer podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, before we get into today's episode, I'd like to teach you how to use this episode. You can pause the recording at any point when I go into the meditation, contemplation, visualization time. This is your journey. Do what's right for you. Or instead of pausing and going in deeper, you can also multitask, listening to my voice and the directive and the guidance while also allowing awarenesses from your soul to come to your attention. I want you to recognize that these awarenesses that come up, your soul awareness, might be in the form of memories or images that come to your mind's eye, or feelings emotionally or physically that might be impressed upon your awareness. It might even come as a knowing. Claircognizance is just that knowing. The answer just comes to you. You know exactly what it is you're supposed to have in your experience. So just recognizing that as we move forward together, multitask or pause, totally up to you. This is also life. When we're contemplating our wisdom from within or outside ourselves, we can either multitask and access it throughout our day and in each moment, or we can also take time to pause and listen, more focused attention. Well done, you. One of my favorite recipes for transformation and empowerment when working with others is to do a past life sweep of their chakras. In these sessions, I look to see any strengths and any weaknesses. And it becomes kind of an out with the old and in with the new as they garner together all aspects of positive forward motion in their life. This is what I hope to accomplish with you in today's session, a past life sweep of chakras. Because this is meant to be a masterclass, I am going to assume or encourage you to look back at the chakra lessons that I've presented, as well as all the ways that you can tune in to your own soul awareness. These bits will help you going forward in our time together today. In particular, when we go into the meditation experience or my suggestions for your own meditation time, I'm going to ask you to be looking psychically and listening and tuning in psychically so that you can ascertain knowledge and wisdom from those areas within your soul. Those areas that are your chakras, but also your Akashic records. Go anywhere and everywhere to source information. And I'm teaching you to do the same because it's fabulous. So that's one aspect, is really kind of using what you see, hear, feel, know. What do you feel emotionally? What do you feel physically when you're going into the experience to source answers? And the other bit mentioned was knowing basic knowledge of each of the chakras so that you understand what kind of information is stored there. Remember, they're a repository of soul data from past life experiences. Certain kind of mental and emotional content hits certain areas of our energy body, and the chakras become the outline of where those experiences can land. Now, certainly they can land everywhere and infiltrate your whole being. But the cool thing about working with the chakra system is usually you can figure out where the topic might be resting. Like you're working to resolve your relationship issues, you might want to look at your sacral chakra or maybe your heart chakra. Now, these I've covered in other lessons, so I'm going to encourage you to look back if you need to and just make a quick outline of those, or just roll with this. You innately know this stuff. I'm just reminding you all the wisdom that you have inside of you. Oh, I'm getting full body goosebumps. God, I love that. That's Spirit's way of saying sourcing truth, sourcing truth. My angels and the guides that are working with me on this episode are like Yay, rah, for that wisdom. Don't forget to implant the empowerment wisdom in them. They have it all the answers inside. My work is just to help empower you to source those answers. So for today's session, you can either kind of use this as a meditation. You can gather the information and create your own meditation. You can use traditional meditation where you're really going in deeply into the chakras or the areas on your body where you feel physical discomfort or emotional discomfort or mental anguish, stuff like that. Or areas that you want more empowerment in your life. Maybe you want to be stronger and not such a wimp when it comes to love. Maybe you want to have more courage, going into the heart center. Anyway, you can use traditional meditation where you close your eyes and really enter into the mystical experience. You can also use contemplative meditation where you just ponder what I'm bringing up. And you can choose to do walking meditation, or focused awareness, which is sitting, eyes closed, nothing to disturb you, stuff like this. You could kind of walking meditation or contemplation. You could do it while you're going through your day. Really, truly, just pondering this. This is how I spend my days. One foot in this world and one foot in the other world. Just being both body and soul at the same time, which we are. But anyway, I invite you to make an honored choice what works for you. You can grab your notebook or journal if you want. I love doing that because I like to look back and go, wow, what changes have come forward since I did this contemplative time or paid attention to these topics. I think that's beneficial. I have a friend that keeps a dream journal, and a lot of times the next year, she looks back on the previous year at the same date, and it's pretty powerful, the stuff that is changes or the stuff that comes up for her. It's very fascinating. So you might want to just track your progress with journaling or notebook. It's totally up to you. I would like to remind you the beauty of introspection. When you set the intention to sort out an issue and truly, truly want to know and source answers to it, the answers may bubble up over the next hour, weeks, days, months. It's part of our transformation process. Sometimes we aren't able to ascertain the information all in one sitting, or accept the information all in one sitting, or honor the information all in one sitting. And sometimes for our own soul's journey, our soul sets it up so that the information will trickle up as awareness. That's why I think the journal's kind of fun, but it's also recognizing that this is something that can give you eurekas, right? Throughout this next week or whatever, where you're like, oh my gosh, you pose a question, what is stuck in my solar plexus, my personal power, self-esteem, who you are, what you came to do? And then all of a sudden later in the week, you're like, oh, my liver aches. And in Chinese medicine, like I told you when we talked about the liver, that's where we store anger. So maybe anger is coming at you to have you look at and consider how that might be affecting personal power, self-esteem, who you are, what you came to do. Maybe you're angry about some things that you need to work through. So all of this stuff might bubble up over the coming days and not just in this one sitting, because you've set the intention to kind of understand and purge what is to be finished with the unfinished, out with the old, and then in with the new, whatever that is for you, whatever transformation or empowerment that you're seeking. But I just want you to know that the beauty of working with your soul awareness is the benefit of introspection and things that might bubble up in the future, not just in the sitting. Can I just say how much I adore you? I'm so glad you're doing this work. The world is going to be so much better because you're going to be happier. You're going to be in your power. You're going to be getting rid of the shit that holds you back. I'm just so proud of you. I'm so, so very proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And I'm getting full body goosebumps and chills for your future. Chills in a good way, right? Of like, oh my gosh, this is going to be exciting. What do you want to manifest? And sometimes looking at the blocks that are holding you back and pulling in all the strengths that can carry you forward will help you manifest your future potential. That's what this is all about, your happiness. Oh, I just want you to be happy. It's going to be great. We're going to get into the work. Okay, setting the intention and asking to be connected to the highest source of truth and your own inner wisdom, as well as divine inspiration on the highest level, sourcing information from the vibration of knowledge and your own inner awareness on all fronts. Asking that the information be clear and powerful so that you will not forget it and that you can know what you need to ask, say, or do to work with the information as it comes up. I invite you to either be contemplating or meditating, whatever works for you. And in this moment, I want you to bring your awareness to either an area of your body that has been aching, or you just know maybe an area of your body that is energetically out of alignment. Maybe it's a particular chakra. Maybe it's a topic that resides in a chakra, a topic of your life story. And you'll know immediately if you put your hands on your heart and ask, where should I go? Your soul knows. Your soul knows. Trust what you get. It's the first thing that comes to your awareness. Perhaps you even want to consider sticky parts in your life, areas that you want improvement on. In this moment, bring that intention forward. And now, if you are tuning into this as a past life sweep of chakras, or if you are tuning into this as a situation in your life that needs reckoning, I invite you to ask with your soul awareness, what is happening in this space? Let the awareness come up for you. It might be just a word or a sense. It could be emotion. Just honor what's coming up for you. Ask, how vital and healthy is this area of your being? Trust the first thing that comes up. Now I want you to ask if this area of your being has had an impact from a past life experience. Is it something that has caused an impairment, or is it a power that you carry forward and you need to work with in this incarnation? Trust what you get, and then allow the story to unfold for you. Notice what might be holding you back or aching to come forward in your life. If you need to pause this recording and journal what is coming up, please do so. Whether it's an impairment or a power, you can ask, what do I need to know to unleash this? So this goes for something that is holding you back, or some harm that happened to you, or harm that you caused another. These things can be stuck in your energy field, whether from this life or from past lives. While at the same time, powers that you bring forward from previous incarnations, capabilities that you have yet to unfold in this lifetime, can be stored as well. And then also you can ask, what do I need to recognize to unleash this and unlock this so that my life, my health, my happiness, my success will be positive and better? And ask, what needs to change? What do I need to realize to bring balance to this area of my life, to this chakra or this topic or this experience? What needs to change? And then, knowing that you have all power inside you to create amazing changes in your life, ask for the steps that you need to take Do you need to forgive? Do you need to set forth a plan of action? Do you need to set goals? Do you just need to honor this wisdom? What does this area of your being, whether it's your chakra or past life experience, what does this area of your being want you to know? I want you to realize in this moment if there are any emotions stored here or any mental constructs of reality. Are you pigeonholed in a certain way of thinking that is keeping you from happiness and health? Do you have any emotions that you have yet to resolve? Perhaps you need to grieve or tap into joy or other areas of self-discovery, parts of you that you shut down or quieted at times where you didn't know how to source and feel those emotions or work through that mental experience. And now is perhaps the right time that you could journal out to completion so that you can be restored, renewed, and made whole again. And let it be known if you need assistance in doing so, that you can reach out to the right type of professional help to carry you through even the hardships. Pulling in the strength from the heavens and the angels, asking for their guidance in all you say and do, so that you can come to truth, answers, awareness, freedom, and peace. Your goal in this contemplative, meditative time is to root out any imbalances that might be holding you back. If they are stored in a chakra or in the energy blueprint of your soul from past experiences in this life or past incarnations, it's about time to release them, asking for the wisdom of what you need to know to unravel them so that you might move forward in your life. Focusing in on your talents and powers that you have had over and over again, that you have known about with your heart, from your heart's truth, talents and powers that you came in with this life and perhaps even experienced in other lifetimes. These parts of your being too are stored in your energy blueprint, your chakra system, in your soul. What power or talent do you want to unleash and work with in this lifetime? Trust the first thing that bubbles up. Know how many lifetimes you've had this skill or area of expertise or field of study. Is it your first or one of countless others? It never matters how many times we've done it. If we believe in ourselves enough that it is a power that we've brought in with us in this lifetime, and we're meant to tap into it and use it for our whole, full potential and our source of happiness, inspiration, and radiant light. What do you need to know to bring this balance, happiness, and joy here into this life? What power do you need to honor that you came in with? Allow it to bubble up now and allow it to be revealed to you over the next several days, knowing that it is the calling of your soul, knowing that you can choose to express it in this lifetime, in your day-to-day life, in your relationship, or in your career. These talents, powers, gifts that you have can be expressed as a hobby or a work path. The choice is yours. But honoring the power and the wisdom and the talents that are stored within your being, honoring them and living your life's potential with and through them, and sharing them with yourself and others will be a great reward, I am sure. And now I want you to ask, what else is stored here that I need to look at? What might be holding me back from sharing my talents, my power, my inklings, my knowing, my wisdom, my gifts? What might be holding me back? Honor what bubbles up and ask, what do I need to resolve any blocks? What do I need to know? Trust what comes up for you. Call on the universe and source energy, God, to give you what you need to share these gifts that you've come in with. Call on your personal power and the strength to be fueled from the heavens and your source energy, the cosmos itself, so that you may live a full and complete life with courage and believing in yourself. And as your light shines, you encourage others to shine their light also. Finally, before you leave this space of contemplation, ask, what is it that your soul wants you to know? What is for your highest good to know at this moment? What is for your highest good to know? Trust the first thing that comes up. Well done, you. The goal of this contemplation exercise, this meditation, was to use your soul awareness in your meditation time to search any imbalances in your chakras, to take a peek at past life experiences, whether it's past in this life or past in other incarnations, to notice any blocks or talents that you need to reconcile with, what's holding you back and what you need to embrace that can empower you. Hey, I want to tell you about my book, Some Dogs Talk. I wrote this book to teach animal communication among the pages of non-creepy, paranormal, realistic fiction. And because of the content and delivery, it is equally appealing to a wide age group. I think you'll find it fun to explore and actually probably maybe see yourself in the pages. Get your copy today. I've been inviting you to make sure that you've listened to previous segments to learn more about your own power of soul awareness and tapping into it as you work through these visionary experiences of contemplation with your chakras or your being. The goal of this meditation time is to build ongoing awareness and knowledge of what each of your chakras need to be healthy, or areas of your life existence might need to be healthy. The goal is so that it creates a better connection to your own life, to Mother Earth, to all living things, and the divine. When you are balanced and freed up from past life constraints, whether the constraints were this life or last week or countless lifetimes ago, when you're freed from the constraints, the uncomfortable things that have impacted your past, when you're freed from those and you bring them through to story and resolution, it allows you freedom and grace to move forward. And when you honor the gifts and talents that you bring into this incarnation, your happiness is more prevalent. I know this. Doesn't mean there'll be life without challenge, but you source your truth and your wisdom, and you can have guidance on how to resolve them as they come up, the trickiness. And now I invite you to breathe in the abundant healing light of the cosmos and run it into the ground using your entire body as a conduit, bringing together heaven and earth, and imagining your whole being and each chakra alive and well, carrying you forward in life. As mentioned, you can use this discipline to take a look at each individual chakra or troubleshoot sticky points that you're experiencing in your life, whether you are feeling like you need to consider a new career or a new relationship or a new way of living, or just ready to let go of some past behaviors, or just feel unsatisfied in life. You can use what you find here and turn them over into your heart and mind with these meditation, contemplation, consideration, introspection techniques. I am praying for your future, for the courage to make positive changes in your life to be the best possible you that you want to be. I love that saying that you are enough, because you are. You really are. But the but shouldn't come with a but. But sometimes we want more, right? We're like, I just want some different things. Or sometimes we're completely satisfied with our life. Then you don't need this meditation, contemplation, visualization. But if you're like me, there's areas that you could use some assistance. And like, why am I unable to do what I want to do in this area of my life? What could be holding me back? And I invite you to look at past life. I invite you to look into your chakras in each area of your being to consider if there's something there that is needing a better peek, a greater look. Maybe there's a story that's ready to unfold that you need to consider. Something that's uncomfortable or something that's powerful. And as always, I wish you the best. I wish you the complete and utter best. And I really know that you know my work is to empower you. So my meditations are not traditional. They are concepts to take into your own time to kind of work on your own, because there's so many of you, in my opinion, that might want to have your own kind of way of doing things if you're like me. And so I hope that I've brought you some awarenesses in our time together. That is always my hope, that I help you in any way possible as you are helping me by allowing me to be humbled by my teaching experience. All right. Happiness in all new things. New year, new you, new month, new career, new relationship, just everything. Whatever it is your heart desires. Hey, Constance Messmer here. I just want to do a shout out of big thanks to all the members. I am so grateful. And all the people dropping in and giving little donations here and there and super thanks and all that stuff. I really appreciate you. You members and you people contributing and subscribers are what helped me bring this content to everyone, really. They both contribute to the cost of production, and I am definitely grateful for that. This stuff is not cheap to put out. Oh my God. Oh my God. So every little bit helps, and I am filled with gratitude that you're stepping up. I am not necessarily a joiner, not usually, but there are environmental issues and other organizations that I do belong to and I contribute to because I like to see them persevere. And I'm hoping you feel the same about this work. I hope you put it into practice in your life. That's another way that you could spread this work and help change our world, which is what I think it ultimately does. As you know, I think if everyone tuned into their soul senses, the world would be a much better place. So when you subscribe, it's a big yes vote for the content, and it helps spread the work across the planet. So when you put the lessons into practice and subscribe and like and share, you help me help you carry the lesson beyond you and me. And I am just really grateful. Legally speaking, this podcast is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for medical diagnosis, treatment, or the advice of a physician, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. You should not use this information to diagnose or treat a health problem or condition. Always check with your doctor. Thank you.